Hello, my name is Victoria Rose. This is Counseling 500, and I'm doing my video blog discussion. So, the first question is, what did you notice about the skills of counseling? So, in all four videos, they all kind of have similar things, but starting with the non judgmental skills, I noticed that the counselor asked some open ended questions. So, he was also very encouraging. He allowed the client to open up by just focusing on him and listening. He just sat there quietly because he just wanted the client to open up. Um, that allowed the client to go into more depth about his feelings. And the counselor at the end goes back and summarizes pretty much everything that he said, so that he's kind of clear and concise of what he heard. In the invitational skills, I noticed that the counselor gets the client to open up, and when he explains his feelings, he does it in a way where he's asking the client about his feelings, but asking leading questions where the client will either agree or disagree, and then he would go into more depth about those feelings and see where, okay, maybe there's something else besides what I'm just saying. And that allows the client to think a little bit more and go depth about his feelings as well. When we get into the reflecting feelings, I noticed that the counselor is repeating back what the client is saying, just summarizing every stopping point and explains what he just heard from the client. So he'll say, "It sounds like," and then at the end he wants to kind of repeat back everything again, what the client has expressed it to him, and at the end he says, "Does that sound right?" It also makes the client feel like the counselor was listening by him explaining everything and then saying, "Does that sound right?" And then you have reflective meaning. The counselor kind of explores options and the types of feelings the client may be having. So then the counselor will explain to him where those feelings may be coming from, giving that meaning to his feelings. And then and then I noticed through all of that, every session, the counselor is summarizing what the client has said in that session. So that reassures the client that the counselor is listening, and paying attention to what he was saying and making sure that he gets an understanding of where he's coming from. And then the second question is, are the sessions you watch similar to what you imagine a counseling session would be like? Why or why not? And it was yes and no. Yes, because the whole point of a counselor definitely is to sit there and listen to the client just express their feelings, so you get everything of what they're saying, so that you can reevaluate their feelings. One thing I noticed that they didn't do was take notes while the client was speaking, which was just interesting because I feel like I take notes all the time, but when you are trying to pay attention to the client, you have to just listen. Give the undivided attention. Don't feel like they don't want to feel like they're judged by you taking notes. So I didn't think I thought that's something was what the counselors would do, but they just sit there and listen. And then maybe they go back and take notes later. So those are two differences. But just watching the videos, that was pretty much the most of the perception of what I thought counseling would be like. All right, thanks. I hope you enjoyed.